Hey guys, so I am in St. Augustine. I got here probably at like 7 o'clock and I did a couple time lapses. This is my favorite angle of the fort. This is Castillo de San Marcos. So I believe that this was constructed in like the 1500s, which is freaking awesome. This is actually the oldest city in the United States. So I was here one time in 5th grade for a field trip, but I want to see it as an adult and actually do what I feel like doing instead of what the teachers made us do. So still waiting for this place to open. It was supposed to be open 15 minutes ago and I've yet to see one person go through those gates. So I think that they were just waiting for the rest of the employees to get here and then we get to go in. I got like 45 minutes left on my little clock thing because I figured give myself like an hour, down to 49 minutes. So looks like they're letting people in now. All right, time to head over, guys. Just got my ticket. Time to go in. So we actually get to go across the drawbridge and everything. Fun fact about this fort that I remember when I was in school is that the whole fort is made out of the local shells. So seashells is what this fort's made out of. Not even in the fort yet, I'm still exploring. The bridge just out there is actually the Bridge of Lions. So there's statues of lions out there. I don't know the history of it, I gotta look it up. But we also have, I don't know if you can see it or not, hold on. Out there is a lighthouse. When you first walk into this place, it opens up into a courtyard. A few actors, park rangers. Got some British offices. Yeah. I guess that they're acting after the Spanish left. Looks like she's actually making some stuff. That's pretty cool. Maybe they sell what she makes. And if you guys were curious, yes, they do have restrooms. So you got his and hers. And some water. These are all the different things that they have throughout the day. Apparently my pass is good for like 7 days. 7 days. That's pretty cool.
I could be from any country in Europe. I could be English, French, German,
that's pretty cool.
Anything else. But I'm wearing one thing that says I'm Spanish.
Oh, somebody over there working as well.
Nope, I'll explain the feathers in a second. I'll help you out. You want some help? We're identified by colors. Red is always Spain. If I was English, I'd have a black armband. If I was French, it'd be a white one. If I was Dutch, it'd be orange, etc. And if you saw me on the streets in the 1600s, by my appearance, how I look, you would think I'm the most macho, masculine-looking warrior you've ever seen in your entire life. You guys aren't so sure, huh? In my day, the more feathers in your hat, I'm a Spanish soldier, 1600s. In my day, the more feathers in your hat, the more masculine you look.
Really? Ooh, look at that.
Longer the hair, the more soldier. Men wore hair long like I did. The longer the hair, the more masculine the look and warrior-like. See the lace and the ruffles? See that? The more lace and ruffles on a guy, the more masculine and soldier-like the look. What do I tie my shoes with? Ribbons. Why would I use a shoelace or a buckle when I can have something more masculine, like a ribbon tied in a bow? See this around my leg? You know why I do that?
Why? To look more.
Masculine, right? Yeah, well, that's why I got the bow on there. But there's no elastic, so I have to keep my socks up. It's a sock garter. And why tighten a knot when I can have a nice masculine bow? This here's my musket. You kind of asked what these are. This is individual powder charges. I get one per shot. This thing over here is for gunpowder. That's my musket. It's a real musket. I shoot it. Weighs 15 pounds. Want to try it? And I use a burning rope to shoot it.
Is that the rope?
That's the rope I use to shoot. Yeah. So what do you guys think?
That's cool.
So did you learn something today? Yeah. And if you ever watch the Three Musketeers, you ever see them?
No, but
Probably not.
I always
Yeah, they look like me,
look
right?
like one of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like to think I'm better looking, but I know better. but it's the same style of dress. That's why I say that this is guy fashion for Europe for the 1600s. I'm one of the most masculine, macho-looking guys you're ever going to see. But if I could curl my hair up, the more curls in a guy's hair in the 1600s, the more masculine the look.
that way they always finish.
Yeah, that's why I always want curly hair. For a girl too. I mean, if you got naturally curly hair, then you hit the jackpot in my day. Because you don't have to work. Because in my day, today you can curl your own hair, right? But in my day, someone has to do it for you, which means you got to pay them. And if I had everybody knows I got straight hair, but if I curled my hair up, which I'm not going to do, but if I did, it would elevate my status in society. You know why? Because I have to pay somebody to do my hair. And if I got enough money to pay someone to do my hair, that says that I'm pretty well off, which my status is going to go up. What do you think? You guys learned something today? All right. Any questions? No? And this is what we do with ladies. We see ladies in my day. And what do you know? You know what you do when I do that? You know what a curtsy is? Yes. So it's what? There you go.
So that is pretty cool. So just gave a whole lesson about apparently the people up there and him are actually Spanish soldiers. You can tell because of the ribbon that they have is red. So apparently red is for the Spaniards, black is for British, and I think he said that there was a blue one also, but I can't remember what that one was for. That's very cool. So they are Spanish soldiers. It's just because they were down here, they didn't get their own uniforms. They're the same for so long, so they just differentiated by ribbons. So that's cool. Apparently I had the time off. It was actually 1672. I thought it was in the 1500s. Map from 1788 of the city. So the city itself was established in the early 1500s. The fort went through construction throughout, and I think the final fortification was in 1738, was when they had the biggest change to the fort itself. It says here in 1679, wooden forts failed to protect St. Augustine and Spanish ships from attack. Spanish crown authorizes a stone fortification. So that's when they actually decided to build this instead of having the wooden forts. This place is just truly, truly amazing. Sally Port door. Shortly after that, United States Army received the Castillo de San Marcos from Spain in 1821. The Americans built and installed these wooden doors at the entrance to the Sally port. So these were installed by the U.S. after we got it from Spain. Look at that locking mechanism, jeez. Thing's old. Got initials all written up on here. Bunch of initials carved into the wood. Got the Spanish coat of arms. Ooh, the escudo. Okay. So that is a relic as well. It's very, very cool. Got to keep an eye on the time as well so I can actually enjoy myself some. There goes the coquina. When I was actually in 5th grade, we actually were able to have a piece of coquina. And they gave it to you in like a little bag. It was like a small little piece, so it's probably like this big. And this is coquina here. So that's coquina. And that's why I said it is made of like the local shells and whatnot. They had like a certain mixture, which is kind of like their form of concrete, which is pretty cool. You can see the wooden support structures as well. Whoa, low bridge. That thing's short. See the height compared to me? I'm 5'11".
Myth is everybody wore browns and grays and blacks, and that's simply not true. Virtually every color we wear today,
absolutely.
shy of fluorescence.
Yeah, like neons.
Oh, well, I've gotten close. Using tomato plants, I got a fluorescent green. You've ever picked tomatoes and you get all that green stuff? That's the color the yard was. So the 3 most important colors you get are the blue, the red, and the yellow, because those are your primary colors. Unlike today where we mix the colors, what they would have done was over dye. So you take a yellow, put it into blue, it creates green.
Right.
So the brighter the color of the uniform, the wealthier the nation. The wealthier the nation, the stronger the nation.
Right.
And we still use the bugs today. So Hawaiian Punch, M&M's, Skittles, Jolly Ranchers. You're eating dead bugs squid. Cochineal. Cochineal. It lives off the prickly pear cactus, and it's only the female bugs that give you the color. So the male comes, they do their thing, they leave. Then the females, that's all I'm saying. I'm not going any further than that. Wait a minute, let me see if I'm outnumbered or not. So these are the bugs. These are the bugs. So, kind of hard to see it there. This is the indigo.
Dried bug.
And yeah, they're dried.
Katie, come look at the dried bug.
So what you do, when I do a dye bath, I usually put it in my blender, so don't come to my house for drinks. And then you heat it up, and then you got hot dead bug squish, and that gives you the color red. The crucial thing with natural dyeing in colonial times is you didn't use anything that you could eat, because it was more important to eat it. So you can use the tops of the carrots, you can use the onion skins, and they will all give you colors. The rest of it's going to go inside your stomach, but you don't know where that next meal's coming from.
What's in the other bottle? Is that red?
This one is indigo, and then this one, this one.
Yeah.
This is Brazil wood, and this actually comes from Brazil.
And
They named
I wonder why they named it.
Now, in all fairness, the tree was named first. They named the country after the tree.
Wonderfully well.
And this gives you pinks, salmon.
So like the
that
color
kind
you
of stuff.
have in that yarn right
So
there?
yeah, so about like that.
Okay. Marigold?
So this is marigold petals that have been all ground down.
Right, okay.
Could have used it for a belt.
All right,
Thank you.
that's pretty cool.
We saw something like that.
I got like another 10 minutes before I have to go out these doors, pay for more time so I can keep exploring, because I've only explored this corner here and spoken to that guy. So yeah, let's just work around this corner and not lose track of where I'm supposed to be. Okay. So they have a theater here.
The dozens of cannon mounted on these bastions covered the approaches to the fort.
I don't think they had this in the
In the
1600s.
rocking fields of fire.
No?
No, too cold.
Or how about a musket ball removed? We do a lot of surgery here if we're under siege, so. Yes.
So you were a physician?
Yes. Now, this looks like a young surgeon. Do some surgery for me today. This is what you're trying to take out of the wounded. That's a lead musket ball that's been fired from one of those. And it's in here, it's in the tissue, and we don't have any x-rays or MRIs. That's about 300 or 400 years in the future. But these are retractors, overhand grip, both of them. And you would have to open up the wound. That's it. That's it, and then like scissors, exactly. Remove. Excellent, excellent, good job. And you had a little help. These were adapted. See, they've got the little divots in them. And right, exactly, exactly. Now this is another one, because we don't have x-rays or MRIs, sometimes the surgeon would have to go in and look into the wound and see if there were like splinters of wood in there. So with the screw, he could go into the wound, he could screw into it and pull out pieces of splinter and remove them. And when he wasn't doing surgery, he was also the dentist. So not too much drill and fill, most of it was pulling, but I think it might have been easier to pull teeth back then. They didn't have the good diet that we have. We'll brew you a cup of sage tea. Medicine was delivered as a tea. We didn't have pills until the 1700s, and then they looked like Tootsie Rolls. We did them in big pill boxes, but.
Hey guys, so I'm trying to stay low for 2 reasons. 1, this is kind of a cool shot. 2, it's windy up here. But I'm thoroughly convinced that I am out of the loop on something because all these people are lined up for something. I'm guessing maybe ship will come by. Maybe we're going to war. Oh man, that'd be cool.
This cannon will make a very loud boom. You're going to be seeing a siege drill. Step-by-step commands. And these commands will be given to you in Castilian Spanish, which is the old Spanish language. But when we are to ignite this gun, we will yell out, cover your ears in English. I would like to welcome you all to Castillo de San Marcos National Monument, preserved as such in the year of 1924, to preserve the victories, the tragedies, and the legacies of those who had served within these walls. It was the country of Spain to have built this fort in the year of 1672, almost 110 years after they had already founded the town of St. Augustine, making this their 10th and final fort to be built to defend their nation, their town, their homes, and most importantly, their families. They were able to defend this fort by making the guns that you find here inside the fort today, and much like the one we'll be firing off for you here very shortly. The one we're firing off here very shortly is the 6-pounder cast iron gun. What that means is that it fires out a 6-pound cannonball and is made of cast iron. To fire this gun effectively, you need 3 pounds of black powder, half the cannonball weight. Today, we are only using 8 ounces, 1 cup. I'm going to ask you folks to think what that 3 pounds would sound like compared to the 8 ounces that we're going to be firing off here today. Should there be a cannonball in that barrel, which of course there's not, because those folks in these boats would not be too thrilled with the cannonball splashing next to their vessel. should there be a cannonball coming out of that barrel, it would have a distance of from here to that lighthouse on Anastasia Island. A distance of 1.5 miles. That 6-pound cannonball can come flying out of the barrel of that tube. We get upwards to the 16-pounders, 18-pounders, even 32-pounders. They will have a distance of from here to the swath of that waterway off the distance. You're looking at 3 to 3.25 miles. Those cannonballs can come flying out of the barrels of the tubes of those cannons. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we could not perform this program without a select few individuals. Today, we're all dressed out in 1740 Spanish soldier military uniforms, all at the top of this gun deck. But with the exception of myself and one other, who is a park ranger, these other 4 gentlemen are those who come their time off. They donate their time. They donate their energy in ensuring that this program happens for all of us today and preserves the legacy of the Soldado. They are our park volunteers. Well, I'll give a round of applause for volunteers. When we yell out, cover your ears, when we do, I'm going to ask you folks to cover your ears. And when you hear the ignition of this gun, uncover your ears, remove your earmuffs, and listen to the sound of that echo that sounds across this bayfront. That echo that you will hear this morning is our way of preserving the legacy of the Soldado, and that is their cry, their scream of victory, as this fort has never been taken by force. It has always been traded to the hands of nations peacefully through treaties. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get the Soldados and their 6-pounder cast iron gun.
Mi capitán. Sargento. Artilleros, formar una línea. Por fuego, Sargento. La nave y atacador.
Top it up for you, Sargento.
Worm. Adelante al cañón. Preparados para el ejercicio. Bendíganos, Santa Bárbara. Entra la cuchara al cañón. Reconozcan si está cargado. Retiren la cuchara. Entren la granada y tapen el fogón. Pasa la granada en el cañón. Retírala a su lugar. Apronten atacador y pólvora. Entran en el cañón. ¡Ataquen! Atacador a su lugar. Tomar los despegues. Pónganse a poner en batería el cañón. Cañón en batería. Dispónganse para la puntería. Apunten. Pegues a su lugar. Lleven y cubran el fogón. Tomar el botafuegos. y soplar la mecha. Cover your ears. Fuego! Los fuegos a su lugar.
What came out of it? I didn't see the bullet. Where's the bullet? Air.
Dispóngase a sacar el cañón de la batería.
Pero esto.
That's me. Thank you.
Hey guys, so forgot to do an outro. Basically what happened was, after the cannons and everything fired off, I looked at the clock and I had like 2 minutes to get back to my car before the time ran out. And the way that it was over there was I kept seeing people kind of like circling through the lot and everything. So I wasn't sure how quickly somebody would see that my time was up and that they could give me a ticket and or tow me. So I don't know how efficient they are when they do that. So I was like, I'm not gonna get a ticket like the day before my birthday type of thing. So that's why there was no outro. I didn't get to see everything, unfortunately. I was there for a couple hours, but I was kind of taking my time going through everything. I missed quite a few things because they have different role actors throughout the day and everything, and technically 3 if you count the cannons as well, but the 2 that I saw and actually spoke to downstairs were super enthusiastic about what they were doing and everything. Like, you can tell they had passion for the history there. It was great. I didn't get to see, I think that there is one for food, one for the munitions and everything, and they just come out through different parts of the day and everything, so it's like a hit or miss type of thing. I think I got to see the coolest thing, which is the cannon fire, but yeah, there's definitely more to see. I might go back just to see the rest of it. There's a hidden room that I went to in 5th grade, and I forgot completely to look for it, so didn't get to go back to there. It's like a little hidden room that you have to like crawl to get into and everything. It's pretty cool. So I missed that, and I think it was somewhere around where the big doors were, the cypress doors that the US put in, then they had in that glass case. I think it was somewhere near there. Then on the outside there was a bunch of stuff that I was supposed to record. Didn't record it. It was gonna be like B-roll type of stuff, but pretty much they have like furnaces and everything out there. They have a few different things, and the furnace thing is actually how they make the hot shots. So they put it through the furnace for the cannons. They get like red hot, and then they launch them into like battleships and stuff to like set them on fire and blow them up. It's kind of cool. But also on that same wall, there's bullet holes. From what I've heard, there's bullet holes on the wall, and that's where they used to execute people. So if they had prisoners, they'd execute them on those 2 walls, which would have been amazing to actually see. I was standing there, but I never actually took pictures of it or recorded it. I learned it after the fact, which it's kind of sad. So I might go back just to see that. I don't know, but felt bad for not doing an outro. I gotta really work on starting to do outros more often. I think it's because mostly I was gonna do one video, and then I just saw how much I actually recorded for Castillo de San Marcos, and I was like, yeah, that's just gonna be one video by itself. It's way too long. So this is the outro now. Look forward to a part 2, and as always guys, until next time, peace.